welcome back to Double Down University. I'm back with you guys with another soccer prospects video, and today we will be targeting the Women's World Cup as it's back in action. If you are on the East Coast, the first game tips off at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the second one is 3:30 in the morning. So I'm gonna give you two props for the late games as well. If you guys are with us on our flight to Portugal, we had a successful flight over to Portugal. We cashed, and then we came back with a little bit of extra commissary money to buy some Swedish fish or whatever we wanted out of the airport gift shop. So moving on to today, we have Amanda Illatest, if that's how you say her name. We're just going to call her Amanda today. We're taking her shots over 0.5. We have Jenny Hermoso over 1.5 shots assisted, and then we have Ellen Rubinson over 1.5 fouls committed. So let's get into it. So the first game we have is going to be a really good one, and let's see here, in Spain and Netherlands. So this game is going to be really good, and the player that we have targeted for this game is Miss Jenny Hermoso. She plays out wide, like left midfielder on the left hand side. The thing about her is she does a lot of moving back towards the back line to try to receive passes and kind of link up play between the back line and the attacking play. The only downside to her is that she doesn't take set pieces like corners and stuff like that. Normally this lady right here, number 18, the striker, she takes all their corners and set pieces either between her and I think it's number 3. She's not on the field. There she is. So the midfielder and the striker, they take majority of the free kicks and set pieces. So she's not on that. So basically she will have to get all of her shots assisted in open play. But I expect Spain to dominate this game. They are the best possession team in this whole tournament. That's still in the tournament. And they're going up against the Netherlands side that is a team that basically prides themselves on building out of the back. And what I mean by that is they start their attack by getting passes from the goalkeeper to go to the back line, and they pass it through these 3 defenders right here on the back line and build up through the midfield and then go forward and attack. But the only thing that that scares me in this game is that, or this is the key to this game, and I kind of wrote it down, is that the Dutch look very vulnerable against South Africa and good transition after losing possession. So when they lose possession, other teams get into transition quick. So like a fast break in basketball, to get in transition quick and go forward and be able to create like scoring chances. And I said they need to build out of the back in order to get going. They lead the World Cup in 85 high turnovers. So what that means is like from high pressing a team like toward their back line. So let's say, for instance, I'll remove this out of the way. So let's say, for instance, the Netherlands, where my cursor is, they're building out of the back. So they're passing between their back line. And Gonzalez, number 18, and Redondo, they basically press these 3 defenders into trying to force them into a mistake. So if they turn the ball over, they're already in opposition half, and then they can lead to easy shots. So they average about 15 shots off of those turnovers, off of those 85 turnovers, those shots. But also keep in mind too, I wrote too that most of that is due to playing South Africa and Vietnam. So a lot of those turnovers came from those 2 teams, which are 2 of the bottom teams in the tournament as far as quality wise. So they're going up against tougher competition in Spain, which is they're one of the best teams in the World Cup remaining. So I think that Spain would dominate possession and Netherlands will have to sit back. And then another thing too, the only way that Spain lost in this tournament, or the only game I should say that they lost in this tournament, was going up against Japan. And Japan is a team that kind of sits back and then they wait for you to make a mistake and then they go forward because they have clinical passing. And we'll get into that with the next game, but they have clinical passing going forward, meaning like if they were to hit a fast break, they can hit you with a bounce pass or hit you with a lob, to dunk the ball or whatever in basketball terms, converting that into soccer. So they're really good at passing on the break and also being able to get people in positions to be able to set up really high quality scoring chances. So, but I don't think the Netherlands are that type of a team that can do that. They don't have the type of pace to do that. Now, granted, number 7, Bernstein, she's amazing, and then number 11, Merton, she's amazing too. But they're not the quality of Japan. They don't have that quality. So that's Hermosa, and then looking at her scouting report, let's go pull that up real quick. So here it is. Okay, so for her scouting report, as you can see, her assists, she's in the 64th percentile in assists, and then we're also for her, we're just looking for key passes. So let's see if we can find it in passing. Yep, passing. Look at her passing completion percentage, 99th percentile. Passes attempted, 99. Everything. She's just amazing at passing because everything is short passes. As you can see, all her passes is short. She doesn't really attempt too many long passes, but even if she does, she's just super efficient in her key passes. She averages 2.08 key passes, so she's in the 89th percentile in this tournament of all players at her position. So that's really, really good as well. And a lot of her passes come off of live passes. Like I said, she doesn't take too many corners or set pieces or anything like that. Like she probably takes one corner kick, but a lot of her stuff comes from like crosses and stuff. She averaged 1.56 crosses, so she averages about a cross a game, 1 to 2. So a lot of her stuff is going to come in open play. And then looking at her match stats, she's gotten this in every game except for the Japan game, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. So she had, let's go to offense, key passes. So she had 2 against Zambia, 4 against Costa Rica, and then she also had in her last game, she had 2 against Switzerland. And I kind of looked at the timestamps on when she was getting those assists just to kind of give an idea on how long it takes her to cash this prop. So against Zambia, she cashed this in the first 30 minutes. So she got her second assist, shot assisted in the first 30 minutes. Against the Swiss, it was 60th minute. And then against Costa Rica, it was in the 55th minute. So she's cashing it pretty consistently before the 70th minute. And that's when normally subs start their curve. They start to switch people out. Hopefully in this game that it's a close game and it stays close to around the 70th minute where they'll be able to keep their starters in and let them go a full run. And to be safe, we're going to go look at her minutes started. So let's shots assisted. So she averages about 88 minutes. So she plays close to a full 90. It was just one game that she got subbed in the 77th minute. So that was a little unfortunate, but I think she should be able to get the full run of minutes in this game, especially it being a knockout game. You just never know, how things are going to go. So moving on to the next one, we have Miss Elena Rubinson, the foul queen, I call her. She's the foul merchant. So what she does is she plays in the midfield. Let's see if we can go to her game. But she plays in the midfield. I don't know why on FOTMob they don't have her in the projected lineup when she's had 4 appearances where she started in just about every game except for one, I guess, where they was trying to rest her. But let's see. Let's go to squad. See if we can find her. Defender. No, she's actually a midi. So midfielder. There she is. Okay. So with her, she averages 2 fouls per game in the World Cup. As you can see against the USA. If you guys watch that game, I know a lot of you guys are big USA fans. You watched the game. I told you guys that I didn't believe in them. I didn't think that they were going to win. They just played lackluster, and you can't play sloppy and expect the teams to roll over and and let you just beat them. You're gonna have to show them. So with her right here, she plays as like a defensive midfielder, and she had 2. Yep, she committed 2 fouls. That's all we really need is go over 1.5. So she got to commit 2 fouls. A foul could be anything where you dive in for a tackle, you trip somebody up if they're in on the counter attack. And the reason I chose her prop because, like I talked about it earlier, with Japan and Spain, how Japan beat Spain. So Japan is a team that will sit back on the defensive, and they'll basically pack their back line, meaning like all these defense. So like, say for instance, where my cursor is, this is Japan's defenders, right? What they would do is these back 4, they will get closer to the keeper as the other team comes up, progress the ball forward. These back 4 will get closer to the keeper and try to like break down angles or take away angles from the opposition or the attacking team, right? And then these 2 will kind of slot in. So she would slot in to fill this half space or this half space right here in between the two center backs, or out wide between the left back and the center back. So that's her role, is to fill those two gaps, to try to make it compact as possible where you can't pass the ball through these lines, to be able to get an easy shot on goal. But the thing about her is that Japan, say like Sweden are building up and they lose possession and she has to go backwards, to go back towards goal, she will more than likely have to foul one of the Japan attackers, because they're too quick, they're too fast, they're too quick, and then their passing is on point where they'll set their teammates up for to be in positions to be able to score, and she has to stop that. Even if she does foul them, it'll stop the momentum and allow them to set up their team again. So basically, in basketball terms, it's like if the other team steal the ball and they go on a fast break, and you know how the guards always foul the person that's about to start the break, and they either call it like a clear path foul or just a regular take foul. That's basically what it is, and she'll foul the other team, and then after she fouls the other team, they get a free kick. So they, wherever the spotted a foul, they'll have a free kick from there. So whether it's out wide here where my cursor is, or if it's close to the penalty box, that's where they'll spot the ball at. But it gives the defense opportunity to set up and be able to, kind of have like a set play, so, and it stops the momentum of the attack as well. So and then in my notes with her, I did the same thing. Look at the match commentary and see, how quick is it taking her to accomplish this. So against USA, she's accomplished this in the first 30 minutes. She committed 2 fouls in the first 30 minutes. I think the first one came within the 7 minutes of the game. And then against Italy, she committed 2 fouls in the first half, in the first 45 minutes, which is the first half. And the second one coming in stoppage time that was added on, whether it was through injury or stoppage of play. So it was like, I think it was 4 minutes extra time in this match against Italy, and she cashed in the first half, fouling somebody in the 45th minute. And then against South Africa, she committed 2 in the first 39 minutes. So I really, really like her in this spot, because she cashed pretty much in everything in the first half. So I really like the spot that she's in as well. And then last but not least, we're going to Amanda Ilias. So with her, she is a defender, and her being a defender, she basically averages, which is ridiculous for a defender, she averages 1.99 shots per game. So she's in the 96th percentile in all the defenders in the tournament at averaging 2 shots. And then of those 2 shots, I think in one game she had 2 goals, and then the other game she had 1 goal. Let me see if I can go to it. I think those were away. Actually, here they are. They're home. So against Italy, she scored 2 goals off of headers in the box. Then against South Africa, she scored a goal off the same thing, a set piece. And the thing about Sweden is they score a majority of their goals, if not all of them, through set pieces. So through corner kicks, so where they have the ball and they have to kick it in, and it's like a tip off. You try to jump for the ball and try to score it. So the biggest thing, though, that I see and why I chose her is because if you look at the average height of all of the Sweden defenders, they are 5'5", 5'9". I think she's the tallest of all of them. She's 5'10". And then Jonah Anderson is 5'6", and then Simbert is 5'9". And the reason I bring that up is if you look at that compared to the difference between the Japan squad, like look at all of their defenders. So starting here, 5'8", 5'5", 5'5", 5'7", 5'5", 5'8", 5'3". So she's taller than their tallest defender, which is 5'8", by 2 inches. So and then on top of that, she has a really, really good, powerful jump. And then when you look at her scouting report again, all of her average distance for shots is 5 yards, which is basically in the penalty box or in the penalty area, or close by the keeper, because the penalty box, as I stated in previous videos, is only 18 yards from the goal. So if all her shots is 5 yards, then that means that it's daggone near close to the keeper or right next to the keeper when she's heading in a lot of her shots. And the beauty of her shot line being 0.5 is she doesn't have to put it on target. All she has to do is make contact with the ball off of a cross. It can go over the goal. It can go, it can get blocked. Like she can go head it down and somebody blocks it. That still counts as a shot. So all we need is just her to take one shot or connect with one shot. I'm gonna let's go to SofaScore. And I want to kind of see. I think it was, what game was that she had the 3 shots? So against Italy. So let's go look at her shot log against Italy. So Italy, I think it's tomorrow. Yep. And then against Italy, let's see here. So against Italy, lineups. Okay, so Elias. So look at this. This is her shot map from that game. So as you can see, look at all of these are headers. You know, right here, they're all close to the box. And this one, I think this one got blocked right here. So all we need is 1 shot from her just to connect on one. Doesn't have to be on target. Just connect for 1 shot. So yeah, so those are my 3 that I really like for today, and I'll go back over them again. So I have Elias over 0.5 shots. Then I also have Jenny Hermoso over 1.5 shots, and then Ellen Rubinson over 1.5 fouls. I appreciate you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and best of luck, and let's cash, boys and girls.